EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello there, it's a beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Moy. Today on the program, as always, our conversation is to focus on the Nigerian economy. We'll be interfacing with select industry operators about their businesses, the operating environment, and other related issues. Also on the lineup is Let's Talk, and we will be looking at Intense Marketing and Technology Limited, one of the fastest growing digital technology marketing firms in Nigeria. On Spot On is an experienced, professional, and resourceful industry mogul, Ejovi Aro, who is the Group Managing Director of Ipnx Nigeria Limited, one of the frontline ICT companies in Africa. And on the face-to-face is the delectable, visionary, and go-getting pharmacist Mrs. Afolabi Adetutu, who is the co-founder, Managing Director, and Chief Executive Officer of Wellness Healthcare Group, one of the fastest growing healthcare support companies in Nigeria. It's a package you can't afford to miss. Sit back as we bring you the details. Research reports have shown that any country that desires capacity and quality to enhance productivity for economic growth and development must give adequate attention to human capital. This is Challenge to Win. Welcome to our world. Challenge to Win is a Nigerian talent competition show that is aimed at discovering and showcasing the creative skills of contestants. 2 million naira for grabs. Challenge to Win, proudly supported by EOM Communications Limited, powered by Proudly Nigerian Campaign. Kadiri Richard is the Managing Director of Pipesnco Plumbing.
Pipesnco started a few years ago. It started just like a normal plumbing service work. It's just a normal plumber guy offering service to people that need plumbing service in Lagos. A few years on the line, we were able to serve enough customers to see us fit to give us projects. From there, we started expanding. We've worked with Standard Chartered Bank, we've worked with Briscoe International, work with major organizations in Lagos State. That's brought us to this position. It did not just started, it was a mission of 10 years ago, but here we are today, Pipesnco Plumbing. Our vision and mission is to become the best plumbing service in Nigeria and Africa at large. We've been able to cover grounds in Lagos and Nigeria, and we are still covering ground. We are looking up to going as far as the international scene to covering projects. First is the plumbing service, maintenance, repair, construction, manufacturing of all plumbing related accessories and service. We sell plumbing materials and everything related to plumbing. Installation of all plumbing accessories, jacuzzi, cubicle, English bathtub, shower sets, and kitchen faucets.
Jude Abalaka is the Managing Director of Tranos Contracting Limited.
I mentioned earlier about our gaskets, and because we have a lot of first, oh, okay, we're the first doing it. There's always a skepticism from people in terms of, are you sure they're actually doing it? Okay, if they are doing it, do they know what to do? Are they doing it well? We approach these things from the perspective that we know people will disbelieve us. So we are prepared to convince them. So you have a situation where someone buys something, so typically he sends an RFQ maybe to India, to China, or to Europe, and companies respond. He doesn't ask any questions because the response came from a foreign company. And he's willing to just check the price. If the price is good, he issues a purchase order. But if the same response comes from a Nigerian company called Tranos, the question is, these people have come again. Are you sure they can do it? Go and check them. So we understand this, right? And we have decided that, okay, we're going to have to keep on explaining ourselves, convincing people, bringing them in to see how we do these things so that they are convinced that, yes, we can actually do them. We benchmark against international standards. So we're not saying buy from us simply because we're a Nigerian company. We are saying the product you want to buy from us is designed based on an international standard and specifications. It's produced based on the ISO standard for the product. And we are not just saying this, so we have our certifications for a lot of these things. Some of our standardized boxes, enclosures that require certificates, we have that. So what we typically do is you send samples for testing. So we've done a lot of testing even with standard organizations of Nigeria. We have a test lab in Italy that we use for some of our tests. We have another lab in Germany. We're not just saying, listen to us, we are good. We are saying the people that ought to know have taken a look at our products, have tested them, and they can see that the products are good.
Leye Makonjola is a seemingly young but highly insightful and ingenious Chief Executive Officer of Intense Marketing and Technology Limited.
It's like we take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back every time. Economies are really driven by small businesses, not really the large businesses, because it's those small businesses that employ 5 people, 10 people. You know, those 10 people will eventually cater for families of 3, families of 5. But the environment is quite harsh. There's little support. It's not the most encouraging environment. Things like power, things like traffic, road system. It's really a stressful environment, and I just hope that it gets better soon. The Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce is a formidable organization, good for networking, good for information sharing. We joined the NBCC in 2019, and since then, we've been able to make a lot of new friends. In a business environment, friendship and relationships are very important. We've been able to advocate for small businesses, medium-sized businesses. We've been able to grow into a sort of a voice for the Nigerian business environment in Nigeria. Whenever we make our opinions known in the news, it commands a certain level of authority and respect, and people listen. The role of NBCC is to give and get. So for Intense, we try to contribute in terms of communication. We are part of the communication committee at NBCC, and as much as you give, you're able to get as a business. You're able to leverage on the diverse profiles of people, leaders of industry who are members of the NBCC, and you're able to basically deliver services to companies where you have common interests. And that's how it's really been useful to us. But we believe that there's way much more that's possible in the future. For example, Intense looks to set up in the UK later this year. I believe that would continue to strengthen the core values or the core vision of the chambers, which is Nigerian British business collaboration, and we believe that Intense will be at the forefront of that in the next few years. It's frustrating. You can't really do business without power. You can't do business without mobility, and there needs to be some sort of consistency. When you start your financial year, you have projections. Oh, this is how much we're going to spend on diesel to power our gen, or this is how much that we're going to spend on transportation for our staff. And then 3 months in, things change by 1,000%. Pretty disheartening. But Nigerians are a resilient people, but that might not be enough going forward. I think that Nigerians just need to start participating in the events that shape the country and start to push for more ownership of leadership in the country, so that we put our money where our mouth is, and we also start to see what we can do to change or improve these situations. But in the meantime, just have to pace ourselves, stay resilient, look for innovative ways to do business, leverage on technology more, and just stick together, because there's power in numbers.
Tranos, Tranos. Welcome to our world. We are the engineering and manufacturing leader, adding value to lives through innovative solutions. We deliver world-class oil and gas support solutions, telecoms power support solutions, power distribution and protection support solutions, enclosures, and more. Tranos Contracting Limited. Call us now. Tranos, think further. This is Intense. Intense Marketing and Technology Limited. Welcome to our world. We are a squad of young, versatile and talented innovators, passionate about attaining the best results for our clients. We combine our insatiable thirst for knowledge with insight gained from research to develop marketing strategies that create value for our customers. Intense. Call us now. Ejovi Aro is the Group Managing Director of Ipnx Nigeria Limited.
Ipnx started about 20 years ago. If you go back in history, Nigerian telecommunications industry was deregulated by President Babangida in 1992. Then I was in Telnet Nigeria Limited, Pioneer Telecoms, indigenous telecoms company in Nigeria, mainly focused on systems integration and other telecom services to large enterprises. When the regulation came about, we actually pioneered and provided a lot that we being Telnet then. A lot of the interconnectivity branches to connect to the HQ, we provided most of those services. But once the regulation started and the monopoly of Nitel was broken, and other people were enabled to also provide services on their own infrastructure, we also started transferring our services from Nitel, which we built on, to our own infrastructure, which we started building, mainly VSAT and radio at that time. About the year 2000, we decided to split the operator business, which was providing those services on our own infrastructure, from the systems integrator business, which is what Telnet originally was doing and is still doing till today. So that operator business is what became Ipnx. It was first called Netco, but because of conflict with an NNPC subsidiary called Netco, we had to change the name. And then we changed the name to Ipnx, and that's what we see today. The vision of Ipnx is to be the preferred communications and IT enabler in Africa and beyond. And we will do this by providing services with boundless possibilities. Our mission is to leverage technology to create innovative products that will enable mankind thrive. And I think we've been doing a lot of this. There's still a lot more we will do, but I think we have been very creative in our industry. We employ the best people, create the enabling environment for them to be the best they can be, and we engineer products that fit our environment, both from functionality perspective and from an affordability perspective, which is a big issue in our environment. So we combine these factors to fulfill our vision of being an enabler, for what essentially is a world that is transforming into a digitally driven ecosystem, as it were. You need ICT in almost everything you do these days, and we provide that foundation on which a lot of things are built. So I would say we are well down the path, and we know there's a lot to do. We actually plan to move beyond just Nigeria into Africa, but from an execution point of view, we believe we're on the right track. We serve both the large corporates, SMEs, and residential. So we have services for all those segments, ranging from, if I start with the large corporates, we provide them with connectivity service, VPN. We provide them with data center integration, where their large data centers connect together. High capacity, that's usually what they require at that level. So we provide also voice, Wi-Fi, to managed Wi-Fi to the large corporates. On the SME and residential, we provide internet service products. They also buy a lot of our voice products, Wi-Fi products. We have a breadth of services that covers the various segments. And we also have cloud-based IT services that we also provide to the client base.
This is Challenge to Win. Welcome to our world. Challenge to Win is a Nigerian talent competition show that is aimed at discovering and showcasing the creative skills of contestants. 2 million naira for grabs. Challenge to Win, proudly supported by EOM Communications Limited, powered by Proudly Nigerian campaign.
You've always made the right choices about your well-being. Now, you need the right partner. You deserve a health partner that's responsive, flexible, empathetic, and passionate about your well-being. You can now access healthcare on the go. Consult medical specialists nearest to you. Visit hospitals of your choice at your convenience. Take charge. Customize a health plan that suits you today. Download Wellness Plus app from Google Play Store now. Be in control of your well-being. Wellness Plus, the power to choose.
Pharmacist Afolabi Adetutu is a delectable, visionary and resourceful co-founder, managing director and chief executive officer of Wellness Healthcare Group.
Pharmacenter is the first online marketplace for pharmaceutical products in Nigeria, or for pharma commerce, an integrative platform because it combines the B2B, that's business to individuals, and business to business model of business. So what we have on Pharmacenter is that individuals can now come on Pharmacenter and buy products, as in pharmaceutical products, for themselves or for their loved ones. And businesses, pharmacy owners, that's community pharmacy owners, can also restock for their outlets on Pharmacenter. Pharmacy business wholesalers and distributors can come on Pharmacenter to display their goods so that they can reach their target audience, which is the owners of pharmacies that can, on that platform, restock their outlets. So it's a B2B, B2C integrative platform, an online marketplace for pharma commerce. Hospitals can also stock their dispensary on their pharmacy or Pharmacenter. So that's what it's all about. The challenges of getting pharmaceutical products has been perennial. For me, after 20 years of living in the university, friends and family still call me to help them to look for medications. And when they tell you that they've searched for that medication in their environment and they've gone to, they've searched everywhere, they couldn't find it. The next thing is to call a pharmacy in their network or a pharmacist in their network to help them to get the medication. So people call me, and before now, what we do is when they call me, I begin to call all my friends that own pharmacies and ask them, and tell them to also tell other friends if they could get those medication. That's what we've been doing before now, and we're still doing that really. But the only thing is that technology has also helped us, because we have pharmacist dedicated groups where you can actually tell them that, okay, hello guys, good morning family, a friend, a family needs this medication and it's kind of urgent, kindly DM if you have it. And you follow up with the direct messaging, and you tell your family and friends or whoever, even if it is you, and to get the medication. I just thought about it. 20 years, we still have the same problem, really. 20 years after leaving school, it's still the same occurrence. People will still have to search from one place to the other. And so it's one of the things that gave back to Pharmacenter. If there's a marketplace where all pharmacists that own pharmacies come on board, list their products. If any Nigerian needs any medication, all you need to do is to go to that platform and search for that medication. With Pharmacenter, it's going to be geolocated. If you're in Bagada, it just gives you pharmacies in Bagada, and if they have those medications. If they don't, then you refine your search and you can look for it. So, of course, one of the reasons why we did the launch yesterday is to create the awareness with the stakeholders, because the stakeholders in this case are the pharmacists, the pharmacy owners, pharmacy wholesalers, pharmacy distributors. They're the ones that we're calling on to come on board and be a part of the success story. The other part is because for someone that's run a pharmacy we have chains of pharmacy at a time. Now we have 2 pharmacies. We've run our premises for some years now, about 15 years, and we still have the same problem trying to restock. So if you want to restock your pharmacy, you go from one wholesaler to the other. Before now, you go physically. Now with WhatsApp, you just send what you have. You send it through WhatsApp, and you still have the same problem. You're urging them to quickly write your invoice, tell you what they have, so that you can take the list to somewhere else to fulfill, that's out of stock. So with Pharmacenter, what we want pharmacy owners, community pharmacy owners, we don't want them to go through that stress again. Just go on your laptop, buy from this person, move to the other person and buy. The only thing you want to now do is to follow up with delivery. Every other thing is settled. You already pick what you want. You can choose to buy from this person or that person. You can choose because of price, because of proximity. You can choose based on your own algorithm, what you feel that works for you. So we want it to be seamless. We want restocking, because each time you waste restocking, so it's also a burden to the people that you are serving. That means the individuals, the patients that needs to get those medications. So with Pharmacenters, restocking should be faster. The delivery also will be fast. For the fake medication, we're going to be only dealing with licensed pharmacy vendors or pharmacy merchants. Wholesalers and community pharmacists that will be on that platform we're going to be working with Pharmacists Council of Nigeria to be sure that whatever documentation that we have is authentic and genuine. So that's the first step. So only registered, licensed people are going to be allowed on that platform. That's the first step. The second step is that for every store, because when you come on Pharmacenter, you have your own store. For every store, we've also put in place the capacity for people, individuals or businesses that do businesses with other people to be able to review the services, review the quality of delivery, the quality of the products. If we have issues around quality of products and fake medication and all that, such businesses are going to be reported, because it's part of the SLA that they're going to sign. They're going to be reported to PCN, and Pharmacenter also have the capacity to shut down a store. We can close the store the way physically the PCN goes around to lock a store because of fake medication and all that. We also have that. And those are the steps that we have right now, and it's the beginning. A lot of things will happen and evolve as we go on, and we're hoping to hold the changes that we might have to apply to ensure that lives are really protected. Wellness Healthcare Group started as a pharmacy in 2007. In 2007, I just had my first baby, and as a young couple, I'm married to a pharmacist. I was working in GlaxoSmithKline, and we're asking ourselves that what next? I think I was also telling him that after some time I will want to start working on the highland, because I just have those dreams and all that. And we took a bet on entrepreneurship, and that's when we started our entrepreneurship journey. And we said we should start something. Since we're both pharmacists, we could start a pharmacy and a community pharmacy, and that was how Wellness started. It started as a community pharmacy. Yes, we searched for names. Then Wellness wasn't popular like that, really. So we wanted to name it Your Wellness Store. And after a while, we removed the "your" and it became Wellness Pharmacy. So that's how we started Wellness in 2007, and we grew. It was an experience. So 8 months into it, I eventually resigned my appointment with GlaxoSmithKline and I faced the business. And we grew. We opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outlets, and I think I just had a burden about the fact that sometimes you give people collect bring prescriptions to our outlets. You tell them the prices of the medication, and you're calling them back and asking why they've not come to buy those medication, and they're telling you that their children hasn't sent money, they're still looking for the money and all that. And the concept of health insurance actually came to be, okay, so people can actually pay little to get more. And that was how we began to look for how to start an health insurance business. And in 2014, August, the NHIS actually told health insurance companies to recapitalize and increase their minimum share capital to 400 million. And so we took a bet on an existing license, and that was how we started the health insurance business. And since 2014, we've been making a difference in the health insurance business, ensuring that our clients have seamless access to care. We're one of the most responsive HMO in Nigeria as of today. My team are empathetic. My team is empathetic. My team, they already know it's a calling. So when you come on Wellness, I tell you that, are you really ready to listen to people complain? Are you really ready to solve people's problem? Are you really ready to carry the burden of another person? If you're not ready, then you can't work in a health insurance company, because people access care every day. They access care every time. People have issues with hospitals, they have issues with everything, they even have issues with themselves, and you are there to just solve those issues. So you have to be responsive, you have to be empathetic, you have to feel, be compassionate and see that whatever action you make, whatever thing you do actually affects the life of a person.
Well, and that's a beautiful place to call it a wrap on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your precious time with us. We do not take it for granted, but just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com and any of our other feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Moari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.